Fans, please remember that spectators are required to follow state requirements for their own health and safety as well as the safety of others. Please be sure you are wearing a face covering at all times. Thank you again for your cooperation.
Let me borrow your pencil for a second so I can write on this. I had to switch my inputs around. I want to make sure I'm not like...
The pencil right on it?
Yeah, sure, it's black. It's
You can see it?
Yep. Yeah, it's black, so I can see.
Okay. I'd never be able to see it.
I just need a reference because I know if I don't, I'll pick up the wrong.
Right. Seeing and hearing is going out the wayside, by the wayside for me.
Well, I'm getting there myself, my friend. I turned 40 this year, so.
Oh. I remember those days. Those are the good old days, right?
We got 32 people watching on YouTube
already. Jeez.
Right. This is one of those you know,
Right. Share district, share border, share county.
Hey, it's a good looking product though.
Yes, it is. No, it doesn't. Who'd you say you're covering?
Just can't move to John Wall.
I mean, next week.
It's a girl's.
Oh. So I gotta look at the Google sheets.
We'll be on the radio all over.
Yeah.
There's certain things we need.
Yeah.
It doesn't really help us. Just, we don't know.
Chambers will come back, send us to overtime. Played because of the snow.
So I'm fully expecting to be.
Yeah. So we're looking at possibly a foot.
Nobody's playing.
And then Thursday they said we could get Thursday.
This next week's no day.
I don't know where I'm going to put my driver. I got so many piles right now. Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, they say if you can't get there, like I got to go shovel for about a half hour. I figure it gets my blood moving. Right, it's a different movement.
You literally, screws with it.
telling myself I got to go with my left side too. Try to get to both sides. I never do. It is. With our back right above your butt here.
2 minutes.
No, they can't control the ball. They just keep giving them. John Glenn hasn't got it past half court. Three straight trips. There.
The kid doesn't have
There's no need to shoot it. Five-point game. If they get it in their half-court offense, they're okay. It's getting it to that point, like right there. Cambridge for 13. I was going to root for Cambridge because I'm rooting for no over. They just keep throwing it all over the gym.
Facebook.
How many?
17 on Facebook and 33 so far on YouTube.
Is that pretty accurate? Has to be that. Yeah.
It'll pick up on Farsi part.
He makes that then. 5 to 21. Well, we might get a regulation.
I thought for a second there it might get over.
It still might.
Didn't get a good look. Well, they got a good look.
Give it 4 or 5 straight times.
Let the red guy shoot.
All right, Bill, so when do you want to go on?
Depends on how much time they put on the clock. Probably, if they put 15 minutes up there, we're going to go.
Okay. Well, I'm ready whenever you guys are, so I have about a minute open. So,
Jacob go down.
probably not, but it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to let them know.
Hey, Jacob, you there?
You still there?
There you are. Okay. Well, you just be ready to go. And as soon as he'll start his heat count, and I'll tell you that he's in, and then 15, 10 seconds, and he'll tell you to go. All right? Hang in there. We'll take a few seconds left on the seat. Let's switch that clock. Go.
We got stuff over here. Is $1 million John Valentine ready?
He is?
Is he gonna get killed again?
Yeah.
Does he use this?
Yeah, I got this. We don't have to talk to him, we just have to listen to him.
How are you? They're only got 4 fouls. This is where you chuck it to the other end of the floor.
ABC Sports presents high school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by West 40 Auto Sales, WB Green Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and Cooling, Park National Bank, Edward Jones, Teresa Cowden, Southeastern Med, Doan Ford, Muskingum Valley Health Centers, Schaefer Insurance, Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative, Papa John's Pizza of Cambridge, and Valentine Insurance.
To the fish tank tonight, Bill Kafuri and the Hall of Famer Mike Snively on hand. As tonight, it is the Bobcats and the Muskies. Cambridge invading the fish tank here, and Cats come in. I think I got them unofficially, actually officially maybe 4-8, and the Muskies at 4-15.
Both 4-win teams, that is correct.
Both 4-win teams, so something's got to give tonight. Somebody's going to move off that number one way or another.
That is true. Yeah, it's an interesting game for both teams, to say the least. Both teams struggling here and there, been having some problems this year, some due to COVID, some due to just struggling with tough schedules, and should be an interesting one here between these two friendly rivals.
Yeah, I mean, they are rivals, not necessarily in the same league, but over the last several years have played enough that the rivalry's heated up a little bit.
Yeah.
And because of that, they've tried to do some special things over the last several years to try to accentuate that rivalry, and actually here to help us tonight talk a little bit about that, as Adam Green likes to say, $1 million man, $1 million Valentine in the house. But there's something called the Catfish Challenge, and when we first heard that, Mike Snively said, they're serving catfish? Where are we eating at?
I was looking for tartar sauce.
So you can explain a lot more about that.
You know, and if you heard the PA announcer, he just kind of went through the history of it there real quick. But anyway, unfortunately, we don't have the opportunity to really take advantage of the full catfish challenge this year for obvious reasons. But basically, a John Glenn grad, Josh Adams, 9 years ago approached me with an idea, and he says, hey man, we really need to accentuate this rivalry. There's such a great history between Cambridge and John Glenn, not necessarily against each other, but individually. Great history, basketball programs, and he says, let's do something special. So we kind of put our heads together, which is really tough to do. We ain't real bright, right? So, but anyway, we came up with this all-day basketball event with incorporating the youth leagues, 3rd through 6th graders, 4 different games, the middle schoolers, the freshmen, the JV, and the varsity. And we thought, well, what better way to celebrate basketball than to have an all-day basketball event between Cambridge and John Glenn? And it worked really well for a few years, and then we've had some new coaches and some new ADs, and John Glenn went on their state tournament run where they went south in Florida over the winter break, so it kind of scheduling wise, and then we had some new leagues, right, NBL. So we've had some bumps along the way. This year we were actually going to kick it off brand new, revamped, revitalized, and make it a really great event again for a couple reasons, and one of them is because we lost our original organizer in Josh Adams. Josh passed away not long ago because of cancer, and we thought, what better way to incorporate this and kick it off again than to commemorate his work and memorialize him a little bit and get some scholarships involved and do a lot of neat stuff. Unfortunately, we kind of had to push that back. So what we wanted to do was let everybody know that we haven't forgot about you. We had a lot of great interest and a lot of people all over Facebook and Twitter getting really excited about it. We are going to do it again, and hopefully if things go well, obviously with COVID and those kind of things, we're going to kick it off next year and get started again.
No, we've got a couple of games here tonight. And
we
the
do.
challenge is just down to the JV game, which was a very closely contested game. The Muskies pulled it out at the end, and now the 2 varsity teams going at it. But all Snively wants to know is, will there be catfish actually involved at some point during the day?
At some point, we're going to have a pregame
go to the
meal
concession stand and get catfish. So
right.
That'd be a great idea.
That would be a great idea. If
Go
you guys
fishing
can
this
cook
summer.
it,
There'll be catfish.
And I can be in charge of the social hour.
There you go. You catch it and cook it, we'll feed it.
There we go.
How about
That sounds great.
Well, we appreciate you sharing that
Thank
with
you.
us, and for those folks out there, stay tuned.
Yes,
right?
yes, good things to come. I would advise everybody. Again, we've had a lot of great feedback over the years. We do have a Facebook page, of course, Catfish Challenge, and we do have a Twitter page as well.
Well, that's good to
so
know. Yeah.
you can follow along there. And what we've done over the years is we've had game updates, right, letting everybody know kind of what's going on. So I would say like those pages, follow those pages for more updates moving forward for next year.
Well, and then I would say this too. Between now and then, let's just put that challenge out there. Whichever person from whichever school, fan, player, whatever, you catch a catfish fishing over the summer, get a picture of it, weigh it, put it on the Facebook page.
Hey, there you go.
That's a good idea.
And then we'll recognize that person next year during the halftime or something.
Have
between
some fun
games.
with it. That's
Have
right.
some fun
Absolutely.
with it. Show us that 50-pound shovel head or whatever you got. Now, Brumfield's at home right now licking
yeah,
his chops.
he is, definitely.
He throws those things back in
Yeah,
every
those
other
are small
day.
ones for him, no doubt.
Well, thanks, Johnny,
You're
for
welcome.
coming up and
Thank
sharing
you,
that with
guys.
us.
I appreciate it, all the work you guys do. Good luck tonight.
Thank
Have
you.
a good time.
Thanks, John.
Thanks.
Johnny Valentine and a catfish challenge. I do remember that now, and that he mentions it. And you walk in, when we get here, and there's people playing, and they've been playing all day.
It's a great idea.
It is a great idea.
And if you're helping kids with scholarships and move on to the next level, that's always a good thing.
Yeah, there might be catfish involved. Who knows?
That is true.
The Muskies and the Bobcats on the floor warming up. We're getting warmed up as well. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. More pregame coming up tonight right after this.
or a sore back, Superior Med Orthopedics is here for you. Superior Med Orthopedics patients' health and safety is their top priority, and they currently offer telehealth visits for your initial appointment. Take comfort in knowing when you come to Superior Med Orthopedics facility, they are following all protocols to ensure you remain safe. Find out all their team offers by visiting seormc.org today.
Your home and your car are likely your two biggest investments. Protecting them from unexpected damage is a prime concern to WB Green Insurance. They are proud to represent Westfield Insurance, a financial service organization that provides insurance products for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers, along with personalized claim service that's fast and friendly. To learn how Westfield can help with your insurance needs, talk to WB Green Insurance today.
The fish tank where the Muskies host the Bobcats tonight. Both teams come off of games a night ago. Bobcats on the road, they were at Warren Local and they lost a close contest on the road against a very good Warren Local team. And the Muskies here at home also playing a very good Sheridan General team, and they were knocked off 66-42 as the Generals jumped on top early and never looked back. But tonight, two teams with just 4 wins apiece. We expect this one to be pretty close.
Should be, and both teams, like you said, I think the schedules have been demanding for these teams this year. Both teams have had their struggles for whatever reasons. You know, John Glenn's been quarantined for 30 days, or I'm sorry, Cambridge has been quarantined 30 days this year. And I feel like they're just now getting on track. We saw them last week against a good Meadowbrook team, took them down to the wire, and then last night go down to Warren. I feel like they're starting to catch a stride here, actually could make some noise in the tournament. John Glenn, on the other hand, you know, they live and die by the 3, and I just feel they need to find something inside to get some scoring inside. That way it can open up the outside 3-point shots, because right now teams are just staying up out there on them, you know, getting a hand in their face on the 3-point goal, and John Glenn can only back up so far before, you know, they're out of bounds shooting a 3. So John Glenn's got to get some type of, you know, 2-point game going for them. Yeah,
last night certainly that was the case. They could not stop Sheridan. They couldn't answer with enough threes to be able to stay in the game, and you can't become one-dimensional. Right. And the Cats' probably strength is their inside play. They've got some pretty solid inside guys, so attacking the basket on those guys may not always be a good thing, but you're going to suck that defense a little bit and then kick out and get a little bit better look at those 3.
And I have a feeling that's where John Glenn or Cambridge has an advantage, is obviously in their size, but Cambridge with their size also has some 3-point shooters. You know, you talk about like a Dominic Cork, their leading scorer. Dominic Cork started off as a freshman and sophomore as an outside player. Well, now he's 6'6", and he's developed a great footwork in the post. He can do it both inside and outside, and that's going to be a big key for John Glenn, is to limit Dominic Cork's offensive play.
Hey, before I forget, I asked you to remind me. You didn't remind me, but I remembered. We want to congratulate the Lady Muskies cheerleading team. They were the champions this morning. They've been busy. They were here last night, had a competition this morning, the Cambridge cheerleading competition, and they were the champions of the advanced mount division competition. So congratulations. Lindsay Abbott sharing that with us before the game tonight, and they have qualified to move on to the state competition, which they will participate in this next week virtually. As it, you know, with COVID, everybody does everything virtually now. So
and you know, you wonder if Paul Eric had any.
It's in the bloodlines. There's no doubt.
Got to be bloodlines with the cheerleading with PA.
He's been a long time cheerleader.
That's what I thought.
Just kidding. PA is like he even knows how to use a radio. He's not listening.
Oh, PA.
We're going to take a look at the starting lineups here as we continue on for the 4 and 8 Bobcats. And, you know, if you were to go through the Cats' record and look at some of the games that they played, they lost by a point to Meadowbrook at home in a very close contest. Again, last night to a really good Warren team, who's the #1 seed in the Southeast District 2. And that was a 1 or 2 point contest. They've had a couple of other games throughout the season. So they've got 8 losses. And I got to tell you, probably 4 of them are by 3 points or less.
They're in every game, Bill, every game.
They are. The Muskies, you're struggling because, again, they're playing some pretty good teams. Sheridan is an excellent team. They've had to play them a couple of times, Tri-Valley. And of course, Meadowbrook being in the MVL now, you've got all those pretty good teams there as well. But
Ridgewood, I saw him play Ridgewood, a good Ridgewood team.
Ridgewood's very good.
Yeah.
There's no question about that. But we'll get a chance later on. I think if we have time during halftime, we'll probably talk a little bit about some of the tournament draws. That took place last week. And now, you're really kind of gearing up, trying to get your best lineup and your best play elevated so that when you get to the tournament, you can maybe advance, win in advance. That's what they say. Gene Ford used to always say, the regular season is just to get ready for the postseason.
And there's a lot of truth to that. Yeah. And he made his point in the postseason, that's for sure.
So you got to wonder at what point now, with a week or two left before most of these teams kick off, somewhere around the 20th, 23rd, 24th, you got a couple of more contests to get your game in order. So the Cats tonight have kind of settled on this is their starting lineup. Caleb Bond, 5'11 junior, Caden Moore, 5'9 sophomore, and they'll join seniors Sean Perkins at 6'5, Dominic Cork at 6'6, and Brock Valentine at 6'5. As you mentioned, good post play there, but they got a couple of kids that can knock it down outside there as well. And Cork is one of those. He's got some pretty good threes going.
I believe he's heading to Wittenberg.
Yeah.
Heading to Wittenberg, a really good Division III basketball school out in southwest Ohio.
Yeah, I think him and Perkins both have moved up on the list of blocks, career blocks, and so forth. But Cork just needs three pointers, I think, or he tied Jason Spencer last night for fourth place on the all-time career three-pointer list. So, he's moving up there pretty steadily.
Yeah.
As well. For the Muskies, they start Avery Palmer, Blade Barkley. Palmer, a 5'9 junior, banged up a little bit, only played half the game last night. Blade Barkley, 5'10 and a junior. Then Skylar Bates, scrappy game a night ago, 5'9 senior. Braden Young at 5'11. And the senior Nathan Walker, a 6'3 sophomore. And coming off the bench, Soup Campbell, the 5'11 junior Colin Campbell. Had a good game last night. Actually led the Muskies in scoring coming off the bench. I think he had 14 a night ago. And they're going to need all of his scoring to be able to do that. And I want to share this factoid with you as well as we head to the break here. In 1998, senior guard Robbie Sitchner scored 26 for the Cats, including 8 three-pointers as the Cats beat Coshocton 77-56. Senior forward Justin Brown chipped in with 12 points, but our buddy, our compatriot there, Aaron Davenport, Adam's brother, scored 12 that night. That goes way back, 1998.
Do you know what meeting this is between the two teams? This is the 45th meeting tonight. Cambridge leads the series right now, 29-15.
We'll take a break. Opening tip coming up right after these messages.
Here just because COVID is here. Whether you are experiencing pain in your knee, tingling in your fingers, or a sore back, Superior Med Orthopedics is here for you. Superior Med Orthopedics patients' health and safety is their top priority, and they currently offer telehealth visits for your initial appointment. Take comfort in knowing when you come to Superior Med Orthopedics facility, they are following all protocols to ensure you remain safe. Find out all their team offers by visiting seormc.org today.
Tired of pushy, high-pressured salespeople? Today we have Bill Wilson, sales manager from Abel's Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Refrigeration. Bill, what makes the Abels sales team so different?
We treat the people we talk to just like we'd like to be treated. We describe what, in our opinion, are the best choices for the customer in their home. We answer any questions they might have and outline the excellent financing options that are available to them.
That's the Abels difference. Abels Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Refrigeration. One company, one goal, your comfort.
Are you paying too much for homeowners insurance? Has your insurance company raised your deductible? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. Many people can't accurately answer these questions. With many premiums escrowed into mortgages, homeowners don't pay attention to changes to their policies anymore. It's time you visit Valentine Insurance for a true, no-obligation review of your insurance policy. Call 994-1776 or stop by our office at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge.
Back in the fish tank. Introductions taking place here. Once again, the Bobcats. It'll be Bond, Moore, Perkins, Cork, and Valentine. Cork leading the Bobcats in almost every statistical category there, rebounding and scoring and three-point shooting. But, the Cats have some other guys that can step up and knock them down. And coming off the bench, you expect freshman Colton Slaughter to be one of those guys. He's got good range on that three-point shot, and he's the offense that they get off the bench.
Yeah, he's going to be a good shooter, coach's son. Only a freshman, but he can step back and knock it down. 40% on the season outside the arc. Dominic Cork shooting 50% on his three-pointers at this point in the season, and that's been the problem with the Bobcats, as we've talked about a couple of times. Is, with all the breaks they've had from COVID. They haven't been able to get in a rhythm. Right, there's no continuity, and it's hard. But you can tell right now they're starting to get a little better. And I'm anxious to see Avery Palmer. Kind of was a game-time decision tonight. Does not look 100%. He's out there tonight. Walker and Perkins tap, and it will be controlled by Perkins and the Bobcat. Man-to-man, and Palmer picks up Bond near midcourt. Last night, Palmer had that knee heavily taped. Tonight, no tape on it. And see if that allows him to move a little bit better. Looks okay this first possession defensively. Cork to Perkins. Off the high pick, takes it down the lane. Spins to the middle, puts it up, can't get the roll. Kept alive by Bond. Cats will get another look at it. Kick out Cork, long three, no. And pulled down by Nate Walker. He'll bring it up across the midcourt stripe. Cambridge will be long in this 3-2 zone. Yeah, they put Perkins at the top of that, and it's 6'5", and with that wingspan, he closes out pretty quickly. Palmer, top of the key. Swings it. Right side. Down low, Bates now, corner, back out to the top, and that'll be stolen away. Bond. And kicks it over to Perkins. He'll attack, stop, pop, and lay it up and in. Bobcats off the steal, and they take the 2-0 lead. John Glenn has not seen a zone very often this year. Barkley to Bates, and again, that pass from the corner out to the top, and a very quick Bond knocks it on the floor, and the Cats come up with it again. Cork pull up just inside the foul line, cannot get that one to go. And once again, Bates with the ball, leads the break the other way. A little hesitation, kicks it out, deep three, Walker not there, and tap to Bond, and he'll bring it again for the Cats. 6.5 minutes still left here in the opening period. Cambridge with a 2-0 lead and pressure at the midcourt, and the Cats succumb to that. Palmer comes up with it. Had a chance to step into a three, cut off there. Young to Barkley, and out Bates. Back to Young, down the lane, feed inside, knocked away as tried to sneak it in there for Walker to get a shot up, and it looked like Valentine got a hand on that from behind. Braden Young, another game-time decision. He's out there starting for the Little Muskies tonight. Heavily taped left ankle. Palmer on the inbounds three ball. That's not there. Tipped around and controlled by the Bobcats. Bond. They lead it 2-zip. Trap in the back court. Up ahead, wide open Valentine. Kick out to Perkins. He'll bring it strong down the lane. Put it off the glass. Not there. And once again, Walker clears it down for the Muskies. Still 2-zip Cambridge. 5:40 left in the opening period. Bates, he'll slash baseline, kick it back out. Walker left open from 15, can't get it to go. Perkins clears it for the Bobcats in a push. Half court, up ahead now to Cork. Feeds it to the corner. Moore for three, no, long. And that one comes down to Barkley, and he'll run the left side. Barkley one of the smaller guys on the court, the second leading rebounder for the Little Muskies, scrappy guy.
Inside feed, Walker cut off. Shot blocked that time by Cork. Pulled down by Valentine. So far, as you said in the pregame, the Muskies trying to get it inside, but they've had a couple of shots blocked there by the taller cat.
That's 2 blocked.
Still just 2-0. Lob inside. Valentine catches. Knocked away from behind. They'll call the foul, though. And let's see if that was on the shot or maybe afterwards. Foul on Nathan Walker. And Valentine will get to the line. And he's one of the better free throw shooters for the Bobcats on the season, 72%. Steps up here. The left-hander puts it up and in.
How about Caleb Bond, the point guard for Cambridge? 3 early rebounds.
He almost had a triple single last night.
Explain to me that one.
As the second free throw is up and good. Actually, he had a nice game with 8 points. I think he had 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals.
Wow.
So imagine what a triple-double or quadruple-double. But he had a pretty good ball game at night, and he's got 2 or 3 steals here already tonight. Checking into the game, Colin Campbell. Big Soup, as Dad calls him. 4:38 left, opening period, 4-0 Bobcat. Palmer feeding it inside to Walker, knocked away, and the Cats had it, but Perkins unable to control it there. And again, the quick hands of Caleb Bond.
Muskies are trying to penetrate that Bobcat zone right now.
Trying to feed it into the post. Got it inside again and tapped away. Walker trying to flash down the lane. And Cats got good size, but they're, like you said, length, and they're pretty quick too.
They can reach a lot.
And there's the foul.
I think they're going to get Barkley on a offensive foul.
Yeah, Barkley went in and tried to set a little back pick and actually just drilled Perkins to the ground. And that'll be a turnover as well as Barkley picks up his first, team second. And the Bobcats have to face full court pressure, and they do. Bond beats everybody. He'll go coast to coast, lay it up, missed it. Tried to get his own rebound and hammered in the side of the head. I think Barkley might have picked up 2 quick ones, and he did. Wade Barkley hustling back, but he'll pick up that foul. And Perkins contested pretty well that time by Campbell. Didn't have a clean look at it. And it was on the rebound attempt, so Toombs will check in. Barkley takes a seat. Chris Toombs, 6'1 junior, into the set. Cork inbounds to Moore. Bond trying to feed it into the paint, couldn't get it. Back around the horn, and Colton Slaughter into the game for the Bobcats as well. Almost halfway through the period, Slaughter has it corner. His 3, not going to go. Second opportunity by Perkins, not going to get there as well. And Campbell comes up with it. He'll take it coast to coast. Off balance shot, no good. And Moore for the Bobcats comes down with it. Pretty physical contest right now. A lot of bodies flying around.
John Glenn has missed their first 6 shots tonight.
Bond to Moore and across the timeline, and a foul on the Muskies. Muskies have come out very aggressive defensively. That one's going to be on Campbell.
And that's the good thing for John Glenn. Sometimes they come out and they're kind of lackadaisical. Right now they're tenacious from the get-go, and that's a good sign.
Owen Feldner in for the Bobcats for 3:53 left, and the Cats lead at 4-0. Now, Cambridge hasn't been able to utilize this early domination. There's a good bump by Bates, not called.
Officials letting them play a little bit.
Yeah. Back out to Slaughter. A little man-to-man pressure this time. To the corner. Wide open look by Feldner. That one's off the mark, but Cork chased it down on the weak side. Out to Bond. He'll step into a 3. Cha-ching! Caleb Bond had a good look there. Top of the key, and the Cats lead at 7-0.
Cambridge comes out and hits 2 of their first 10 shots.
John Glenn did not score a field goal in the first period last night against Sheridan. As that ball nearly stolen away on the elbow or on the hand, that shot going to be on, or the foul I should say, on Slaughter on the reach in. His first, team first. And Palmer and Young check back in.
Speaking of Slaughter, Coach Andy Slaughter and Coach Eric Scheck, teammates and graduates together, 1999, Tri-Valley High School.
Well, there you go. Palmer top of the key, closed out as Bond steps up. Toombs feeds it down low. Walker cut off, back to Toombs. His 3, not going to go again. And Cork with the rebound. Again, John Glenn getting some looks, but they have not been able to knock anything down. Cats beat the press. Up ahead, Feldner, corner 3, Slaughter, count it. And he had a chance to catch it and step into it, and the Cats lead it 10-0.
John Glenn's going to need a basket on this end, this trip.
Palmer to Young in the corner, couldn't get it up. 2.5 left. Young will take the deep three right side. That one off the back of the rim. And foul on the rebound on Toombs. He had the hold inside on Cork. So Chris Toombs picks up his first, but that's the team's 5th. With 2:28 to go, the Muskies digging a hole here not only on the scoreboard, but they're getting into some foul trouble. A little bit more, they'll put the Cats at the line.
Yeah, and 0 for 8 start. They can't throw one in the ocean right now.
Full court pressure. Bobcats, Perkins in the backcourt. Up ahead has Valentine wide open. He'll put it on the floor, take it to the hoop, play it up and in, and that'll prompt a timeout from the Muskie bench. 2:18 left in the opening period. Cats on top, 12-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
I'm Brandy. You may know me as a branch manager, but I'm also a volunteer and a band mom.
At Park National Bank, we're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. You get personal attention and direct access to a caring, compassionate banker who respects and responds to your needs and goals. Find Brandy or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more. Member FDIC, parknationalbank.com.
Fish Tank, Bill Kafuri, and Mike Snively, and the Cats on top 12-0 early. And the Muskies here have a chance out of their own timeout to try to get some points on the board. They have not made anything.
This is all too familiar for John Glenn. They have gone quarters without scoring.
Campbell from the corner. His three ball no good. Slaughter chases it down. And the Bobcats will have to face pressure up the court again. Bond across the timeline. Up ahead, Perkins. He'll take it to the hoop. Ball kicked out on top. Cats will stay in control. Feldner left open for three. He'll launch it. And that one an air ball, but rebounded by the Cats. Perkins got it. Valentine shot off the mark, and here comes JG. Campbell again for three. Cha-ching. And Colin Campbell finally gets the lid off with 1:34 left to go in the period.
On their 10th attempt of the night, they knocked down the tray.
Cats handle the pressure. Valentine beats it to the hoop. Easy deuce for him. He's got 6. And the Cats back on top by 12.
Bobcats already with 15 shot attempts.
1:15 left in this opening period. Young, right side, Palmer. Didn't even look at the hoop there.
There's been no dribble penetration. It's all been passing right now with John Glenn.
Back to Campbell. Deep three. This time Mabley partially blocked, but rebound stick back. Walker got it back again. A third time. Kicks it out. Campbell again steps into the three. Cha-ching. Colin Campbell back-to-back threes. And the Muskies can cut into this deficit pretty quickly if they can keep that up.
Can't fault the effort. Both teams playing hard.
Perkins beats the press and then knocked out of his hand, and a foul called from behind. And that will be the 6th team foul on the Muskies. That one on Campbell. So he comes off the bench, hits a couple of threes, but also picks up a couple of quick fouls.
That was a diving attempt to steal it from behind.
And picked up the foul. So the Cats are going to be in the bonus for the rest of the half on any more fouls. As Moore checks in, he'll be on the trigger. And to Slaughter. Got him for a three, not on the edge there. And Palmer pulls it and pushes. Up ahead, Campbell to Young. He'll launch that three. Short of the mark, long rebound, comes down to Moore. And here come the Bobcats. Slaughter across the timeline. Does not have the numbers, and they'll pull it out. 22 on the clock. Cats lead at 14-6. And there's the hand check and foul number 7. Bates that time, he got the hand under, but once he extended it and put pressure on it right in front of the official, Skylar Bates picks up his first, and now the Bobcats will head to the line for the 1-on-1 look. And first opportunity of the night here for Sean Perkins.
And that's Bates' game. He gets right on you. He gives you about 1 inch of room, and that's how he's done it. That's how he's played all year.
Perkins about 60% on the season, 62%, and he knocks that one in and gets the bonus to extend the Cat lead 15-6.
Cats hit their first 3 foul shots tonight.
And that one, perfect rotation and in as well. 15 and counting as Palmer crosses the timeline. Campbell and back, 9 seconds and into the motion. Swing it right side. Walker Back to Palmer. He looked at the three. Now he'll force one up. That one's good. Cha-ching. It looked like he might have had a toe on the line. They'll count it as a three. Palmer's three cuts the deficit to 16. Played here the first 8 minutes, but that's the thing about the three-point shot. You can get behind, but you can catch up quickly.
Exactly. And John Glenn's got to get the ball, still continue to try to get the ball inside, open up that outside.
And a steal by the Bobcats as Aaron Hall has checked into the lineup, 6'2 sophomore, and he'll be out on top working against Bond on the crossover. Here comes the double team. And timeout by the Bobcats. Just a 30-second timeout, but we'll keep it here. And, one of the things that we've noted throughout the season, too, is the Bobcats struggle sometimes when teams put heavy pressure on them, as was the case that particular time. Bond trapped out on top. Nobody came to help him out right away and forced to burn a timeout. But Muskie's hoping they can come up with some steals in those situations and maybe get some breakaways.
And that's a good steal situation there. Out of a timeout, you tell the you let your team know, hey, we're going to trap. As soon as this man crosses half court, we're going to run and jump, and that's the situation that happened there. And Bond got himself in some trouble, causing Coach Slaughter to call timeout.
7.5 left here in the first half, 16-9. Cats coming out of the timeout. More Bond, Slaughter, Valentine, and Cork on the floor. Tough Zimba into the game for the Muskies as well. Bond off the pick out on top, feeds it down low. Valentine wide open, puts it up with some pressure and lays it in. He's got 8 early points, and the Bobcats on top by 9. Farmer looked at the long three, feeds it into Zimba. Backs his way down, kicks it back out. Palmer steps into the three, off the front of the rim. Battle on the rebound, and the Bobcats had it and lost it. Zimba comes up with a loose ball. Farmer back to Zimba in the corner, nearly threw it over his shoulder. Gets it back out on top. Under 7 left in the half. Campbell, big three left side. Couldn't get the roll. Valentine clears it out this time for the Bobcats, and they'll slow it down.
That was good offense the last time down the court, inside and outside. Palmer got a good look, just did not knock it down.
Good pick out on top. Cork pops for the open three. Cha-ching. Cork, first bucket of the night is a 3-ball, and he'll move into 4th place by himself now on that 3-point career list. And Caleb Bond on the steal. And it's going to be, I think, Zimba on the foul. That's going to send Bond to the free throw line. Zimba's first, team's 8th with 6.5 minutes left to go. Bobcats in the 1-and-1 and just a couple of fouls away from shooting 2.
And by the way, that was Cork's 18th three-pointer made on the season.
So Bond will head to the line. He's a 67% free throw shooter on the year. Front end of the 1-and-1 is up and in. I guess with all the time the Cats have had off from various things, shooting free throws is one of the things they've been able to do.
Yeah, they 5 for 5 tonight.
And the second one, nothing but net as well, as Bond has 5 early points. Cats lead it 23-9 now.
Cambridge going to extend the pressure here a little bit.
Palmer picks it up in the backcourt. Up to Barkley. Across the timeline, Zimba in the corner. Off the dribble, Bobcats going man-to-man this time down. Walker had a good post move, puts it up, could not get it to drop. He had the mouse in the house as Walker at 6'3", had more on him, and they got it to him. He was able to draw the foul.
Walker, only a sophomore, has a ton of potential.
2 free throws coming up. First one off the back of the rim and caroms away. 6:06 left in the half, 23-9 Cats. Second free throw and just the first attempts for the Muskies tonight. And this one is much softer and in the hoop. John Glenn dropping back here from that three-quarter court pressure, but still trying to trap the ball at a half court.
Kind of a 1-3-1 type look.
On to Slaughter. Back out on top, swings it left corner. Perkins will slash, feeds it inside to Cork. Nice passing by the Bobcats, and Cork will finish, give the assist, that time to Perkins.
And John Glenn just can't afford to let Cambridge have the ball that low with that size they have.
15-point Bobcat lead is Slaughter. Pressure in the ball, and he'll be called for his second foul. Just the team third, but Slaughter has 2 of them. And Feldner will check in for Colton Slaughter. 5:40 left in the half. Cats leading by 15.
Caleb Larrick checking in.
Caleb Larrick, 6'4" freshman. A lot of big young kids for the Muskies. Back in the game too, Skylar Bates. Barkley, top of the key. Over to Larrick, Palmer. Left side, Barkley closed out on the 3. Hands it off to Bates, feeds it to Walker. He'll put it on the floor. Tapped away. Now double team, goes back out on top to Palmer. Tried to get down the lane, cut off there, and the Cats forced Bates down the lane. Shoveled it off. Larry couldn't handle that one, loose on the floor, and they'll call the foul on the undercut on Perkins. Just the 14th foul on the Cats. Perkins first, and the Muskies will go baseline left side. Bates on the trigger. Trying to feed it in, tapped away, and it will stay John Glenn ball. Move it to the corner. Flashing across, Walker takes it outside the arc. Looks for the post feed. And swings it back to the top. Palmer against Feldner. Hands it off Larrick. Kicks it out. Palmer fakes a 3, puts it on the floor, penetrates, stops, and over the hoop and knocked out of bounds. That should be blue ball. It is. As the Muskies touched it last. They had a chance to pull it down and get it back up, but couldn't hold on.
John Glenn in this quarter 0 for 3 with 2 turnovers.
It's exactly how they started the first period.
Yes.
They got hot late, but you can't rely on that all night. They're down 15 here with 4.5 to go. Backdoor pass to Perkins. Tough catch for him. He'll pull it down, kick it out. More wide open look at a 3. Air ball, but Feldner there for the Cats to keep it alive. Cambridge getting some extra looks, but I think Feldner might have dribbled it on the end line. And so he gets the rebound, but also the turnover.
Only the second turnover by the Bobcats tonight.
Pretty good for them. They average about 15. And now the Muskies on the attack again. Cats trapping at half court. Palmer right side. Bates to Barkley. They'll give him the baseline. He'll take it in his fastball through the hands of Colin Campbell. And I think Campbell thought maybe the Bobcats might have deflected that a little bit, but it will be Cambridge ball. Barkley had a lot of steam on that one. I don't know if he plays baseball.
He does. He better. His dad's the coach.
That's a fastball right there. That was the fastball.
Excellent football. 3-sport athlete.
Perkins.
Barkley.
Nearly losing it. Feldner picks up the loose ball. Back out to Bond. Under 4 to play in the half. Cats on top by 15. Kick out left corner. Feldner picked up his dribble. Going down low to Perkins and through his hands. Larry comes up with a loose ball, and here comes John Glenn. They need a hoop badly this time down by 15, and not a field goal yet in the quarter.
Just 1 point in this quarter.
I don't think they scored in the first quarter till about 1.5 left in the period.
Just not getting, Cambridge not letting them have any good looks.
Palmer off the penetration through 2 defenders, rims it in and out, couldn't get it to go. Cork with a rebound, pushes it out ahead to Perkins, and he'll slow things down. Back to Cork. Down the lane, strong to the hoop, off the glass, bounces in and out. Larrick with a rebound. And the Muskies push it the other way. Nice pass. And Perkins with the block. As Campbell Thought he had the easy layup. Perkins came from nowhere.
He did come from nowhere and swatted that ball away.
Swatted that away. Perkins climbing that block shot list as well. And
just second on the night.
Yeah, he's in fourth place coming into the night. As Cork had passed Perkins, I think Perkins just passed him back.
I was going to say, these two have been playing about the same amount of time. Yeah. And they're close to the same.
Whoever gets a couple of blocks on the night moves up a notch.
Right, one of those deals.
Under 3 to play, Muskies. Inside feed, Young. Closed out in there against the trees. And they will call the foul on Valentine as Young forced the shot into him. And he'll head to the free throw line and shoot 2. Valentine's first. And Braden Young, 2 free throws. And that's the only shot so far the Muskies have gotten in the period has been free throws.
Yeah, that's it. 0 for 5 right now from the field.
And Young rims it in and out. This rim has not been kind to the Muskies this half. As Walker checks back in and Larrick takes a seat.
That's a good point. How many have went in and out for the Muskies?
They've had several rim in and out. And the second one off the heel and pops into the hands of Cork. 0 for 2 that time. 25-10, it remains Cambridge. 2:40 and counting.
Cork
Bates
picks up
out
his
on top.
fifth.
And Cork's pass stolen away by Walker, but Bond had to foul him to actually save the breakaway.
I'm sorry, earlier Cork picked up his 5th rebound on the night.
So Caleb Bond's first foul. Bobcats 6th as a team with 2:38 left. Young as the Cats get Parker Long into the game. And that one tapped around. Perkins got a hand on it. Cambridge comes up with a loose ball. And once again, a chance to add to a 15-point lead. Bates likes to put his hands on and defend, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's all over the place. He's like a little flea. You can't get off of him.
I said hand check. Perkins with the slash to the hoop. Got it to Valentine. He missed it, got it back, and then had it swatted from his hand. And Campbell brings it the other way. The Euro step there will draw the foul.
Yeah, they're going to call travel.
They're going to call the travel. He took 1.5 big steps, and then there was a little contact. But they'll call him with the 3rd step there. And now full court pressure by John Glenn. I think that's been pretty effective. They just haven't gotten a lot to show for it.
And I think the officials are thinking it's Saturday night. Let's let them play a little bit, let this clock run.
And Long has it knocked out of his hand. And might have been a foul there that didn't get called as Braden Young reached in and swatted across the arms. As Moore will check back in. Long takes a seat. 2:01 left. 25-10 remains the score. It's been about this for a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Yes, it has. John Glenn, 5 turnovers also in this quarter.
Perkins can't get it in. Finally, in the backcourt goes to Moore. Out of the double team ahead to Perkins. He'll bring it across the timeline and attack. Left side Cork. 3 ball. Cha-ching. Only thing he's made out there, a couple of threes and an inside deuce. 8 in the period for Cork.
Plenty of time to figure that one out, and you can't give Cork that much space.
Biggest lead of the night for the Cats, 28-10. 136. Inside feed. Walker can't get it to go. Back to Campbell, but from 10 he can. And off the bench tonight, Colin Campbell leads the Muskies with 8 points. And they continue full court pressure. Bond pressured, gives it up to Cork. And they'll attack him. Perkins wide open to Moore, and Campbell swats that shot away.
First block shot on the night for John Glenn.
Aaron Hall checks back in. Young to the bench. 1:12 left here in the half. 28-12 Cambridge. Moore into Perkins. Look for the post feed, not there. Skips it across everybody. That was his fastball.
That was an unconventional skip pass from the wing to the opposite corner.
You don't see that very often. And
no.
Cork at 6'6" couldn't climb the ladder and bring it down. If the Muskies can take advantage of the turnover. Right side, Campbell, wide open look at a 3, short of the mark, rebound. Comes down to Perkins, and climbing his back was Skylar Bates, and literally had hands on his shoulder climbing the ladder. And Bates will pick up his 2nd foul. And that should send it to the other end for a 1-1.
Should be Perkins heading to the line. Cambridge 6 of 6 tonight at the line.
Bates, a 5'9" senior, will sit down. And Perkins will head to the line to shoot the front end of a 1-1. First one up, good, and a bonus. Perkins in the first quarter, 4 points, adds another here as Valentine gets a break for the last 53 seconds. Long checked back in.
Perkins, no dribble on the free throw. You don't see a lot of that.
Just get it and shoot it, and it worked.
It worked both times.
30-12, Cats again by 18. Toombs slashes to the hoop, scoops it up, no good, and rebounded again by Perkins. Bobcats not giving up second opportunities here tonight. Up ahead, Moore could not handle that laser pass from Perkins and through his hands. Bobcats give it right back, and Muskies have had opportunities as Cambridge has given them a couple of extra chances here. Have not been able to consistently hit. And you mentioned earlier tonight they live and die by the three. They hit three late in the first period and none so far here in the second.
No, they're struggling again putting the ball in the basket here in the second
Campbell, backdoor pass to Palmer. He wasn't going to take it any deeper. Kicks it back out. Wide open look for Hall. His long jumper no good. And again, Perkins high to clear it down, 15 and counting. And the Bobcats will have the final look of the half, leading 30-12.
Perkins 5 rebounds.
Bond looking for the high pick and roll. 6 seconds left. Kicks it back out. Cork, deep three. Cha-ching! Dominic Cork, 3 threes in the period. All 11 of his points came in that opening period, this second period, I should say, and he extends the Bobcat lead at halftime, 33-12 over the Muskies. We'll take a break. We'll get our stats and scoring in order here for the halftime break and be back right after these messages.
I'm not buying till I check Don't Vote. Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford online at DoanFord.com.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, rooming, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
In today's marketplace, you have many choices for insurance. WB Green Insurance, a representative of Westfield Insurance, is committed to providing you with excellent coverage for your home and auto at a fair and competitive price. Westfield has been in the neighborhood for over 150 years, providing peace of mind and quality insurance products through independent insurance professionals. Sharing knowledge, building trust is Westfield's pledge to their customers. Call WB Green Insurance today.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of a guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Members of Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative love Southeast Ohio, where the hills roll, the roads are crooked, and the trees are plentiful. Keeping the lights on in our beautiful corner of the state is a challenge Guernsey Muskingum gladly accepts and works hard to accomplish. Safety and reliable electricity at a reasonable cost are always our top priorities. It's our way of keeping the lights on for all members of Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
When it's game night, let Papa John's Pizza on Southgate Parkway feed your team after the game. Hey, this is Shannon. You can create your pizza with all your favorite toppings or pick one of our specialty pizzas like the Super Hawaiian, the Philly Cheesesteak, the Works, or the Fiery Buffalo Chicken. Don't forget we also have chicken poppers, wings, breadsticks, and cheese sticks too. Call 740-439-PAPA. That's 439-7272 or order from your phone at papajohns.com.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Teresa Cowden, your Edward Jones financial advisor on Main Street in New Concord. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Welcome back. We're at halftime at the Fish Tank. Milky Fury Mike Snively, the Hall of Famer, is the Bobcats in command. They led it 16-9 at the end of the first period, and the only reason it was close there is the Muskies hit 3 threes in the last minute to close it up a little bit, but the second period, much of the same for the Cats and the Fish, as the Cats going on a run in the second period, 17-3. Outscoring the Muskies there and leading 33-12 at halftime. And this is a similar situation as the Muskies found themselves in last night. They dug an early deep hole against Sheridan and never really recovered from that. And the way the Cats are hitting it tonight, Dominic Cork in the first half, 11 points, all coming in that second period, knocking down 3 threes. And we mentioned a little bit there, you know, he hit 3 threes last night to tie Jason Spencer for fourth place on the all-time three list. He's moved past him now. He's in fourth place all by himself with those three. But the Cats as a team hit 5 in that first half. Leading the Muskies off the bench, Colin Soup Campbell with 8. He knocked down a couple of threes when he came in off the bench. And Palmer has 3 and then 1 for Nate Walker from the free throw line. But the Cats as a team, perfect at the line in that first half. 8 for 8, and solid scoring there. Perkins finished with 6, 8 for Valentine, and 5 for Caleb Bond. Colton Slaughter off the bench knocked down a 3 as well. But you know, Cambridge right now looks pretty relaxed. They're shooting the ball well, but also handling the boards pretty well.
Absolutely handling the boards. In fact, out-rebounding Cambridge 20-9. Cambridge also has 7 rebounds, offensive rebounds, to John Glenn's 2 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, the Cats getting some second chances there and taking advantage of it. Like I said, maybe not shooting the best percentage, but they're getting some opportunities.
Right, absolutely. So, and if you look at the shooting percentages, Bill, it's been terrible. And did you go over John Glenn yet, their first half?
Yeah, 12 points total, and there's not very many makes there.
Yeah, no, not many. 4 of 24, 16.7% for the Little Muskies. Cambridge shot it a little bit better, 10 of 25, 40%. John Glenn just 3 of 14 on threes, and Cambridge was 5 of 12 on threes. We already went over the rebounding stats. Cambridge with a 20-9 advantage. Both teams turned it over quite a bit of times. John Glenn turned it over 8 times, and Cambridge turned it over 7 times. So if you look at the stats and you look at the scoreboard, they kind of match one another.
You know, one of the things we said we'd talk a little bit about is the tournament action that's coming up, and actually some of those games going to be starting here in the next week or so. Some of the earliest dates there, the 20th, a couple of the pigtail games there, but local teams here. Let's take a look at the Division II, particularly because those are the teams that we're talking about here tonight. John Glenn is going to open against a pretty familiar foe. As Tri-Valley got the 6th seed. John Glenn, the 14th seed, but the Muskies going to be on the road and see if they can extend their season with an upset over Tri-Valley.
It's not impossible, and here's why I say this. Now, they just played last week, and Tri-Valley kind of handled that game. But like 2 weeks before that, John Glenn led by 3 to 5 points most of the game and gave up a victory there in the last minute had Tri-Valley beat. So that's not out of the question for John Glenn to go to Dresden and win that game.
Bobcats will not play till the 24th, and they'll play the winner of the Wintersville, Indian Creek, and Steubenville game. Steubenville, the 2 seed. Creek, I'm seeing here what they're the 16 seed.
Yeah, so
you got to expect Steubenville to advance there, and then the Bobcats picked up the 9 seed, and so they'll play the second round of those games.
And I could see Cambridge winning that game. I believe it was a few years ago, Bill. You and I went down there. Cambridge was the lower seed, had to drive. We drove down to Steubenville, and Cambridge won that game, and I could see that happening again this year.
Of course, one of the other Division II local teams is the Colts, and the Colts are the number 1 seed, and they get to take on 17th seed Riverview, and the winner of that game plays St. Clairsville or Claymont. St. Clairsville, the 7 seed, Claymont, they're the 15th seed. So the Colts, again, set up pretty good with the 1 seed. That bracket's going to fall to them there, and as long as they play like they have all season, you don't see them faltering until certainly they may get down to the district, the regional level.
One thing I've noticed about Meadowbrook, if you looked at their scores at the beginning of the year, and then when they played the team the second time, they went from 2 3-point victories to 25 30-point victories. So, and this has been common for the Colts the last few years. They're hitting their stride at tournament time.
Yeah, they've got a pretty good team, and once they get things rolling, you get a little bit of scouting report that first time through, and the second time ready to roll.
Yeah, absolutely, and they full of pretty good shooters and some good athletes, and they defend the ball extremely well.
Just about ready to get things underway here. Second half from the fish tank, 33-12 Bobcats with the lead here. As we break from our halftime show and into action, it will be the Cats with the first possession of the second half. Bond, Moore, Perkins, Cork, and Valentine for the Bobcats. For the Muskies, it looks like Larrick on the floor along with Aaron Hall, Campbell, Palmer, and Caden Walls. Totally different lineup there. Perkins tied up out on top by Walls, and he'll steal it away. They didn't call the tie-up. They just ripped it out of his hand. So turnover, call it a steal. That's theft. That time, Campbell penetrates, back out to Walls. He kicks it left side now to Hall. Kick out, Campbell 3. Now, and that then long rebound chased down in the corner by Cork.
Cork was leading the Cats tonight with that's his 6th rebound.
Once again, the Muskies getting some good inside-out looks. They just not have been able to knock them down with any consistency. Perkins goes baseline, and he throws a laser off the hand of Cork. Who are they going to say touched it? Yes. I thought Cork got the last piece of it. I don't know if it wasn't intended for him, and he kind of stuck a hand out there, and it got him before he could pull away.
I think it was a good call. 2 possessions in this half, 2 turnovers for the Bobcats.
Big lead for the Cats here at 33-12 as their biggest of the night. Hall back to Campbell. Tried to go backdoor cut. Palmer kind of shaked and baked on that right wing, and I think Campbell thought he was going to lose him on the backdoor cut, and he threw it away. Back to the Cats. Under 7 left here in the third. Neither team has put points on the board to open this half.
Cambridge is going to be in no hurry offensively.
Bobcats doubled out on top. Perkins pressured, gives it up to Cork, feeds it to Valentine, and an easy lay-in. Brock Valentine in the right place at the right time. That time, Cork with the assist. Extends the lead 35-12.
I believe that's the second or third time they found Valentine there for that left-hand layup.
Campbell bodied up as he headed down the lane. Perkins got a hip on him. And I believe Perkins picks up his second. Team's first. So JG will pick it up out of bounds here. Walls on the inbound. Lobs it in. Gets it back. Couldn't get to 3 up. Steps in for the long 2, and that's an air ball. Bond with it underneath the basket. Long pass up ahead. Cork, a little hesitation, and he lowered the shoulder. And Campbell did a nice job of getting his feet set and accepting that charge. And Cork picks up his first, but it is another Cat turnover.
Very good defensive play there by Campbell, where that was going to be another easy two for the Bobcats if he doesn't get in the way there.
35-12, 6-10 and counting. Hall off the dribble. Cats going man-to-man this time down. And Palmer takes the deep three. That one off the rim. And the Cats will clear out the rebound once again. This one to Cork, up ahead to Bond. Finds Moore in the corner. Gets the handoff back, trapped down there. Has it knocked out of his hands, chases it down, then finally gets it out to that corner. Bad place to stop with the ball.
Right. John Glenn's going to be in trap mode probably pretty much the rest of the game.
Yeah, they've picked up the defensive intensity a couple of notches here. Chasing the ball around, trying to get a double team there. Inside feed, Perkins. Jump hook, rocks it down. Perkins adding a little jump hook to the repertoire tonight, and the Cats extend their lead 37-12.
That's an unblockable shot, too.
Valentine coming around to knock the ball away from Larrick, and they'll call him with the reach-in foul. Or no, they're going to call Larrick with the foul, I thought. Is that right? No, 5-0. No. He said 5-0, not 4-0.
It's going to be on Valentine.
Yeah, his second. He'll take a seat. As Slaughter checks in for the Bobcats. 5:20 left, lob into Larrick. Double team there, trying to back his way in against Cork. Puts it off the glass, couldn't get it to go. Rebound, Hall. Hands it off Palmer. Wraps it around. His shot no good. Now finally Cork clears it for the Cats. Out ahead to Bond. 2-on-1. Kicks it Slaughter to the corner. He'll step back for the look at three. Zips it in and out. And that ball knocked off the rim. And let's see.
I thought I heard a whistle.
I thought I did too. And they will not stop play. Now they will. The officials looked at each other like, did you hear a whistle? I thought I heard a whistle, but and the players certainly did.
I thought a technical or a basket interference was coming up, and it was Perkins that went in and grabbed the rim.
I couldn't tell you who grabbed it. I did see the rim get bent down, and the ball popped up, maybe through it.
They're going to call it alternating possession, I bet. But I swore I heard a whistle.
There was some kind of tweak going on, and it wasn't on the internet. So with that alternating possession, and Coach Slaughter trying to get an explanation. He's heard from one official, didn't like what he heard there, so he's going to ask the other one. That's a coach for you, right?
Right.
Wait a minute, he said this. What do you say?
Exactly. But, yeah, I did hear a whistle. And, like I said, I thought it was going to be some type of basket interference because it did make the ball protrude off the rim a little harder.
In any event, the Muskies come out of there with the ball. Skylar Bates back in. He's got it with his team on the short end of a 37-12 score. Muskies still have not scored in this period. Campbell. Bates to the corner. He'll take it to the hoop. Fake the pass, put it up and in. Skylar Bates finally gets the lid off at the 4.5 mark. Full court pressure. Moore trying to step through, and there's the foul. Bates on the reach in again.
That's going to be 3 on Bates?
Yeah, 3 as he just checked back in with 2. Feldner checks in for the Bobcats. Bates being very aggressive. He's reaching in and going after the ball.
Right.
Trying to come up with a steal back there. Instead picks up foul number 3. Just the first on the team of the half.
Yeah, his hand's near the ball at all times.
Perkins trapped in the backcourt. Goes up ahead to Cork. 3-on-2. He'll take this one hard to the hoop and now to the line. As Braden Young did not get set that time to draw the charge. And he'll pick up the foul instead. His first, team second. And Cork back to the line for the Bobcats. Cats 8 of 8 in that first half until I just jinxed them here.
Well, the problem is that run and jump is you got to get back.
And Cork rattles that one in and out. My fault.
And you did jinx it.
Yeah. Anytime you say there's a streak, it's going to go the other way on you, right?
I always say there's a streak, and they don't miss when I say it.
Okay. Well, they get back on track as he splits the pair. His 12th point of the night, and the Cats extend their lead 38-14. 4:15 and counting. Palmer against Bond. Hands it off to the high post. Walker squares up against Perkins. To Young. Now Palmer again. Back to Walker. Hands it off. Campbell, 3 ball. Not there. And Cork and Perkins have just owned the boards tonight. If it hasn't been one of them, it's been the other. Bond hacked in the backcourt. No call. Cats get the easy deuce on the long run out. Slaughter at the other end of that one. Perkins with the assist. He just needed 5 to move up a notch. Kicks it out to Walker. His 3 short of the mark. Bates got away with another one there. Got the rebound. puts up the shot, no good. A lot of slapping and hacking there, and Cork with the rebound got hacked from behind. And that one is on Bates. His fourth.
And Cork's closing in on a double-double. He's at rebound number 8.
As Toombs will check in, Bates just got a minute that time before he'll sit back down. And Schuyler a little overly aggressive maybe tonight. 40-14, Cats on top. 3:25, and Feldner's checked back in for the Bobcats. He and Moore and Bond, along with Cork, as Bond wraps it around, gets it back out. Slaughter open for 3. Soft off for the front of the rim and into the hands of Toombs, and he'll push it the other way. Young, top of the key, a little hesitation down the lane, tried to scoop it up and in, short. And again, Cork with the rebound. Cambridge on the attack. Slaughter on the wing. Back to the top of the key. Moore will take that 3 ball. Rebound on the floor, and Young will take it. Muskie's down. Big here, late in this third period. Have only scored a 1 hoop in the period. That 3 ball by Young, long off the mark, and here come the Cats again. You put up those threes, and there's nobody in position to rebound.
No.
You're not going to get many second chances.
No, and John Glenn, very limited on the boards.
Feldner given the lane, and he'll take it. As Owen Feldner will switch to the left hand and lay it up and in. Nobody stepped out to slow him down, and he knocked it down to extend Cambridge's lead. Palmer pull up 3, in and out again. Muskies have had that problem on both ends of the floor. Nothing will stay down.
No.
Cats attacking the other way. Skips it across. Slaughter, deep 3. The long rebound chased down by Cork and Walker out of bounds, so it will stay with the Bobcats. Cork's hustle play pays off as the Muskies bring in Barkley and Caleb Alaric once again. Cats on top. 42-14. And a timeout call by Coach Slaughter. He saw a 5-second call coming up. And you know, even with the discrepancy in the score, 42-14, Coach Slaughter's not going to give up a possession here. He's going to say, we'll take the timeout rather than give it to you.
Yeah, he's got things going right now. And Cambridge, like I said earlier, you know, they're coming off of 2 pretty tough losses, one to Meadowbrook and one to Warren. But you could just see this team starting to get better, and like they haven't got to play a whole lot together due to the quarantine stuff. But you can see where this team has a ton of potential and probably has a very good chance to make some noise and reach that district level in the tournament.
They can get hot, and we talked about that in the pregame. This time of the season, if you can start to get your momentum going, get a couple of games under your belt here, and Cats played well last night against Warren, although they came up on the short end of that one tonight, have continued that. They were supposed to have 4 games this week. They were supposed to play Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They had a couple of those canceled as we're back in play. Perkins on the left side against Lyric. Perkins trying to spin down the lane, cut off there, kicks it out. Moore had the 3, got away with a travel, then banged. And let's see, the officials stop and play, but no call.
He got hit in the eye. Moore got hit in the eye.
The official on the far side stopped play, thinking that maybe somebody got hit in the eye there, and they're just going to turn it back over to the Muskies. So I thought, they raised that arm, I thought, well, okay, maybe a foul one way or the other, but Parker Long's going to check in.
I think he called a travel. He just forgot to signal it.
Yeah, I didn't see a signal.
Yeah.
Bond will step in or check that, take a seat as Parker Long back in. And Barkley, they'll give him the coast to coast, and he'll take it. Blade Barkley puts his first bucket in. 140 left in the period. And again, nobody stepped up there. You're playing man-to-man. You got to know who has who, right?
Blade straight to the hole, nobody within 3-4 feet of him.
Perkins on the kick out, stolen away by Young. The one-on-one, he'll take it in, scoop it up, and that one's good. Braden Young with his first hoop of the night.
2 straight coast-to-coast layups for the Muskies.
The first time tonight the Muskies have put 2 hoops together. And that will prompt another timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well. 1:17 left here in the third period. Cambridge in charge, 42-18. We'll be back after this.
I'm Malcolm. I'm a commercial cash management specialist, but I'm also a leader and a musician.
At Park National Bank, we're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. You get personal attention and direct access to a caring, compassionate banker who respects and responds to your needs and goals. Find Malcolm or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more. Member FDIC, parknationalbank.com.
Back of the fish tank, 42-18 Bobcats. Want to wish a happy birthday to Bobcat turned Muskie, Ricky Vincent. Rick Vincent's birthday today. And you got a birthday, not you.
Yeah.
But you know somebody's got a birthday.
One of our really loyal listeners.
Matt
Dolan, 22 plus 20. He's 52 today.
52?
52 years
You've got
old
to be
today.
kidding.
He
I think that's
good.
what Ricky is, too.
Yeah, he looks good for 52.
I think Ricky's 52. Matt might not have as much gray hair as Rick. Perkins on the slash. Couldn't get it to go. Larrick with the rebound. A minute left here in this third period. Barkley again trying to weave his way to the basket. Found Valentine and got cut off there. Nothing going with him. Hall down the lane to Larrick. Couldn't get it to go. Got his own rebound on the way back up. Knocked out of bounds. So some good young players for the Muskies here, giving them some opportunities tonight to become part of this rivalry.
Yeah, Coach Scheck going young here.
Bob into Larrick and Valentine contesting that, and Brock will pick up his third foul of the night.
Foul number 50, Brock Valentine, his third.
Team's fourth. So happy birthday, guys. We'll be over for the celebration soon.
If we can beat the snow.
It is a winter weather advisory for late tonight into tomorrow, but we're not going to be out that late, are we?
There's going to be a winter weather advisory for the next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
So we have a timeout on the floor, and the Cats on top 42-18. We'll keep it here for this one. What do you say? You got some running stats here, and again, it's been another tough quarter for the Muskies. They kind of, this has been their MO tonight. Struggle for the first 4, 5, 6 minutes of a quarter and then get hot and make 2 or 3 buckets. The Cats have just been consistent, though, pretty much every period. Now, this has been Cambridge's slowest scoring period as they started out with 33 at halftime here. This period, they've only been able to put up 9 points.
Well, here I'm just looking at John Glenn's, for instance, and more to your point of the scoring slumps. They've went 9 shots without making a shot. They've went 5 shots without making a shot. They've won 8 shots without making a shot, and most recently they've went 5 shots without making a shot. So, yeah, they get in those slumps, and a lot of times it's been leading to the other way. Cambridge getting some layups.
Toombs on the inbound, feeds it in. Larrick right there, got position, lays it up and in. Caleb Larrick's first bucket of the night here. Last minute of play, and more full court pressure put on here by the Muskies. All in the backcourt against Perkins. He'll beat him across the timeline, kick it to the corner to Feldner. He'll use the dribble to come to the wing. Shoved by Toombs a couple of times there. No foul. Now long back to Slaughter. Cats may be looking for the final shot here of the period. 20 and counting. Back to Slaughter, goes to Perkins, left corner, down low. Valentine with good spacing there, could not get it to go. Got his own rebound, used the right hand.
Yes, he did.
I noticed he used the right hand and laid it up and in.
He sure did.
The left-hander couldn't get the first time, padded his stats as Barkley's 3 at the buzzer, off the mark. And as we head to the fourth period, Bobcats lead at 44-20. We'll take the break to be back with the fourth period of action right after this.
We have Jeremy Abels here from Abels Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Refrigeration to explain how, since 1967, Abels has built such a strong foothold in Southeast Ohio.
My grandfather, Jerry, started this business at his kitchen table from home. The one thing that he stressed to all of us was to always be honest and to have a strong set of moral principles. The entire team at Abels strives to make certain that these principles are followed in everything that we do.
That's the Abels difference. Abels Heating, Cooling, Electrical, and Refrigeration. One company, one goal. Your comfort.
We start the fourth period with the Bobcats in command, 44-20. Scoring the Muskies in that third period at 11-8. A little slower pace for both teams, but the Cats continue to advance that lead. And Cats pretty balanced scoring. They got points from 5 different players in that period. The Muskies able to pick it up a notch, actually, with the 8-point period.
Yeah, getting shots up. They've outshot Cambridge 41-36, just not going in.
No, they're not going in. As the Cats start with the opening possession of the 4th period and the big lead. Lob inside, Cork against a triple team, tried to put it up, not there. And Walker clears it out and pushes it to Campbell. Top of the key, Walker cut off at the foul line, kicked it out to Palmer. He couldn't get a shot up. Step out by Hall, his 3-ball long, and Perkins another rebound for the Bobcats. Perkins and Cork have owned the boards here tonight for the Cats.
And Cork does have the double-double. Now I got him at 10 rebounds, and I'm sure he's double-digit points.
He is definitely double-digit points. 12 on the night. Long jumper that time by Cork off the back of the rim. Hall with the rebound. Left side to Walker. Back out to Palmer. 7-minute mark as the Cats back in that 1-2-2 zone. Or 3-2, as you like to say. All adds up to 5. I learned that a long time ago.
I've heard it called both.
Barkley back to Palmer. Quick 3, top of the key. Not there. Long rebound, chased down in the corner by Perkins, and he was able to kick it off a Musty and keep it alive for the Cats. Good hustle play that time for Sean Perkins. Perkins doing a lot more ball handling tonight, and he had a number of assists a night ago. We're not keeping that stat.
No, but he's at 8 rebounds. Perkins.
Yeah, he's had a lot of assists tonight, trying to move up a spot there on the career assist mark, according to Ray Sims. Inside feed. Valentine again got the defense in the air, and Brock Valentine, 14th point of the night, and he's done it all in the paint, couple at the free throw line. And the Cats up 16 now. Shot by Walls, blocked. And Valentine comes down with it, up ahead. Cork to Slaughter. Puts it on the floor. Kick out. Valentine to the left corner. 3-ball up and off the mark that time by the Bobcats. Feldner, he had a good look there on a tough shot from the corner. And Barkley tries to answer with a 3 from the right corner. That one off the mark, and again Perkins with the rebound. These teams shooting just bad enough that there's going to be good rebounding numbers for a lot of guys tonight, right?
Huge rebounding numbers tonight.
Cats still on top, 46-20. Cork on the slash. Turned into a double team, put up a shot and got hacked that time by Walker, his second. And Dominic Cork will head to the line to shoot 2 more free throws. 1 of 2 at the line so far tonight. Dom came into tonight's game shooting 57% on his free throw shooters. For a guy that can shoot 50% on his threes, you would expect him to have a much higher percentage there, but he misses on the front one again.
He's too close.
Too close. Needs to step back a little bit. As mass substitutions, Campbell, Bates, Young, and Zemba on the line change here for the Muskies. Bobcats get a couple of guards in play as well as Moore and Bond check in. Second one good for Cork. 46-20 Cambridge. Zemba on the slash to the hoop. His runner, good.
Had a nice spin on that.
Came all the way across, and the only way he was going to make it against Cork was to kind of put a little juice on it. That English that we normally would see on one of your wedge shots.
That's ending up in the pond.
As it spins over and out of bounds. Cats a little motion here. Shorten the game a little bit, leading 47-20, and there's the hold. Zemba trying to keep Cork from going and catching it, and Tuff picks up his second. Just the team's 5th of the half. But Bobcats were into the 1-and-1 in the first quarter tonight. Muskies not getting them there quite as quick here in the second half.
Bobcats 9 of 11.
Slaughter on the inbounds, 3 from the corner, count it. Colton Slaughter's second 3 of the night, and extends the Bobcat lead to 18. Bates the other way. Hanger inside, couldn't get it to go. Slaughter with the rebound. Skylar Bates aggressive at both ends. That time had it halfway down.
We've seen that a lot from John Glenn tonight. Some in and out shots, around the rim shots, touch every part of the hoop, and it just hasn't went in.
It's a game of inches. Just a little bit one way or another, and those stay down. Feldner off the dribble, gets it to Cork, and his shot rattled in and out. That was halfway down.
Sure was.
Both teams' shooting percentages tonight will not be high. Campbell down the lane. His shot partially deflected on the way up as he tried to scoop it up there, and the Cats will bring it the other way. Moore. Back to Cork. Feldner on the right side, 4-13. Back to Cork, and Cork through the defender that time. Skylar Bates will draw the charge, and Dominic Cork picks up his second. Both of them charges tonight. Pretty frustrated by his play tonight. He'll sit down, although he has a 12 points.
12 points, 11 rebounds. We may have seen the last of most of the Cambridge starters tonight.
Starting to filter in some of the subs here. As Parker Long checks in. Cats pretty small on the floor right now without Valentine, Cork, or Perkins. Leading 50-22. Feed down low. Colin Campbell to the left hand and a nearly impossible angle, but somehow knocks it down. And that's his 10th point of the night. Campbell led the Muskies last night in scoring.
Excellent move there by Campbell. You've seen a lot of people using their opposite hands tonight. It's been impressive.
Pretty well. Well, I'm sure they practice those in practice, right? Coaches are happy to see you finally be successful with that as well.
Absolutely.
Bobcats with a small lineup in. Looking for that perimeter game. Moore off the pick. Hands it off to Bond. He'll take it down the lane. Put up the runner off the glass. No good. Rebound attempt and a foul. And this might be against, let's see, 20. And that's Skylar Bates, and it's his 5th.
Well, this isn't the first time I've seen Skylar Bates foul out this year.
He plays 100%. You can't fault him for not giving 100% because it's full go all the time. So he fouls out. As they'll get it into Slaughter on the inbounds, and bullseye for Colton Slaughter, his 3rd three of the night, 2nd of this period. It'll look like he's had a good night, but he spread a lot of distance between that first 3 in the first period and these last 2.
Got a feeling, though, he's going to end his career 4 years from now with a lot of threes.
A lot of threes. Zemba backing his way down, trying to go up underneath, cut off there, kicks it out Walls. His shot partially blocked. Hall with it. His floater no good in the paint, and finally the Bobcats clear it out of there. And Levin Pulaski finally comes down with it. And the foul on the Muskies, their 7th. And that one on Aaron Hall. His first. So Pulaski will head to the line for the 1-on-1. 2:39 to go, and this will be 2:39 of what they call basketball minutes.
We're going to see a lot of people getting some shots up now.
Pulaski couldn't get it to go. Walls with the rebound, and he'll push it the other way to Campbell. Slash to the hoop, the big step, but he got the foul before he got there. As Caden Moore tried to draw the charge, but Little Soup got him. Moore picks up his 2nd. Team's 6, so we'll be shooting free throws the rest of the night. Walls gets it into Zemba, pulls it back out to Hall. Kick to Toombs in the corner. Trying to get to the paint, finds Zemba. Strong move to the hoop, and the foul. He didn't use the dribble to get there for the power step. He just dove in there.
And that was a good pass by Toombs. Toombs penetrated, found Zemba for the layup, which he was fouled.
Pulaski picks up the hack. And Zemba 2 free throws and knocks the first one in.
Muskies 2 of just 5. 2 of 5.
They have not had many field or free throw opportunities tonight.
No, they have not.
Zemba 2 for 2. Those are both perfect. 2:20 and counting, 53-26 Bobcats. Trying to close this one out at the fish tank. Moore. Man-to-man against Walls, left side. Feldner to Pulaski in the corner. Back out on top. Moore will reset. Look for the high pick from Long. Takes it down the lane, lost the handle on it. Kick out back to Slaughter. He'll take it down the paint. Little floater, that one off the rim. Rebound, reach in as Long got called for the foul. And that'll be free throws on the other end. Caden Walls will get a chance for the 1-on-1. Bobcats, Adam Smith, 5'10" junior, into the game.
Wall's just a sophomore.
Front end of the 1-on-1. That one will not go down. Knocked out of bounds. Touched last by Hall. 1:46 in garbage time. Nobody on the floor here who started this game for either team as Toombs comes up with the takeaway. Over to Walls. Left side, Tyler Steinhoff, who's checked in, out on top. Right wing, Toombs to the basket, kicks it to the corner. No shot attempt there, and the pass stolen away by Slaughter. And the Bobcats bringing it the other way. Feldner off the high pick to Long. Down the lane. His layup attempt underneath the basket too far. Walls brings it the other way. Steinhoff hard to the hoop, lays it up and in.
Nice hard move there by
Long
Tyler.
Pass down the floor and knocked away. Like Aaron Hall there, and looked like Pulaski might have got him, but they'll say touch last by Hall and out of bounds, staying Cambridge ball with 55 on the clock. Slaughter looking for the inbounds, goes down low to Pulaski, works against Zemba, nearly knocked out of bounds. Kicked it back out to Slaughter, right side, Long now. Over to Smith. His pass back out on top, touched by the defense, so not over and back. Back to Smith down to the right corner. And this time his kick out stolen away. Steinhoff the other way, trying to work his way down the paint. Nearly had it stolen away, and it will stay Muskie ball with 27 on the clock.
It's just not been real pretty tonight.
It's not. I'm looking for these guys to smile and have fun, and they're not. Lob out on top, Walls. Over to Zemba. Down low to Toombs. Good strong post move, and Toombs will baby hook it up and in for his first bucket of the night.
And that was pretty.
That was nice. Nice look that time. Slaughter weaves his way through defenders to Smith. His three ball from the corner, sticks it in the basket, and that's not in a good fashion. Looking for all net, and he got all rim.
You don't see that very often.
No, you don't.
But goes to an alternate possession after that.
5 seconds on the clock. Hall across the timeline. Kicks it back out. Walls with .7. Could not get a shot up, and the Muskies will see this one end. 53-30, your final. Bobcats will improve to 5-8 on the season, and the Muskies will see their record fall to 4-16. Tournament play coming up for both these teams in about a week or so. Final score again tonight, Cambridge 53, John Glenn 30. We'll take a break, get our stats and scoring. Post-game wrap-up coming up. We'll be back right after this.
Here at MVHC, we offer adult, dental, pediatric, women's, pharmacy, and transportation services, as well as behavioral health. We accept all patients. Make your appointment today if you're not feeling well.
I'm not buying till I check on vote. Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance as you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit Schaefer Insurance on Wheeling Avenue today in downtown Cambridge.
Join Macy's as we take steps to empower the Black leaders of tomorrow, now during Black History Month. Throughout February, you can make a difference when you donate online to UNCF and Black Girls Code. Or round up your Macy's store purchase up to 99 cents and donate the extra change. You'll help fund programs that provide deserving Black students with access to educational and professional development opportunities. Going on now at Macy's. Find out more at Macys.com/Macy's Gives.
Here's good news. Even with high unemployment, there's still a need for hundreds of thousands of cybersecurity professionals in the U.S. right now. And My Computer Career is training people to help meet the demand. No IT experience? No problem. Take the free career evaluation today at mycomputercareer.edu. Start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. Grants covering up to 53% of the cost are available to those who qualify. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Teresa Cowden, your Edward Jones financial advisor on Main Street in New Concord. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Are you paying too much for homeowners insurance? Has your insurance company raised your deductible? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. Many people can't accurately answer these questions. With many premiums escrowed into mortgages, homeowners don't pay attention to changes to their policies anymore. It's time you visit Valentine Insurance for a true, no-obligation review of your insurance policy. Call 994-1776 or stop by our office at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge.
Back of the fish tank. This one is a final. Bobcats cruise into an easy win tonight, 53-30 over the Muskies. Cats led it coast to coast. It was a 16-9 opening period, and Bobcats actually hold the Muskies scoreless till about the last minute 30 of that opening period. The Fish hitting 3 threes to get back in the fray, but was more of the same. Second period again, the Muskies cold. First 6 minutes of the period, Cambridge built up a big lead at that point before the Muskies would get one field goal and a free throw, being outscored 17-3 in that second period. An 11-8 third period margin by the Bobcats extended the lead to 44-20. And the final period, the Muskies with mostly subs in at the end outscored the Cats 10-9 and the 53-30 final as the Cats moved to 5-8. The Muskies at 4-16 as we head really to the end of the regular season for all these teams. About one more week of regular season play if Mother Nature doesn't spoil all that. But
right,
the Cats look pretty solid tonight.
I thought so. I thought they put it all together tonight. I thought they did well defensively, contesting a lot of shots by John Glenn, and you're going to see that in the shooting statistics here later. And I thought offensively they moved the ball around and they got after it on the boards tonight. So good effort by the Bobcats and just a poor shooting effort tonight by the Little Muskies.
Yeah, they, as you said even in the pregame, they like to shoot the three a lot. And if you like to shoot the three, there's going to be times that you knock it down, and there's going to be times that it doesn't go in. And tonight was one of those times it just didn't go in. They only had 3 threes on the night. A couple of those from Colin Campbell early, and actually all 3 of those came in that first period, and then another 3 the rest of the night. So even though they got some good inside-out looks, they just weren't able to get the lid off. And how many times did we comment tonight that the ball rimmed in and out,
a lot of times
rattled in and out, but unable to keep it down? And that was the story of the night for the Muskies. They only had one guy in double digits. Colin Campbell off the bench tonight finishes with 10 and helped there by a couple of those threes. But a lot of 2s and 4s there for the Muskies tonight. Palmer knocked down an early 3. That was basically it for him. Blade Barkley had 2. Steinhoff finished with 2. Zemba came off the bench for 4. Chris Toombs finished with 2. Skylar Bates with 2. Braden Young with a deuce. Nathan Walker with just 1 point tonight, and Caleb Lyric finished with 2 points as well. So you got to have some balanced scoring and some help if you're going to hang around and win some ball games. And just one guy tonight able to give them consistent scoring. The Bobcats, on the other hand, very balanced night for them. Dominic Cork finished with 13. He hit 3 threes. 11 of his 13 points came in that second period when he just went off. 14 points for Brock Valentine tonight. A steady inside game where the Cats were able to break down the defense, feed it to him in the paint, and he was able to finish 2 of 2 at the line, 14 points total to lead all scorers tonight. 11 points for Colton Slaughter off the bench. He hit an early three, and then a couple in that fourth period really to seal the deal for the Bobcats. Sean Perkins, a solid floor game all night long, 4 of 4 at the line, finished with 8 points, but I don't know how many assists he had because we didn't keep track of that, but I got to think at least a handful, if not more than that, because he dished out a lot to his teammates tonight.
Yes, he did.
Caleb Bond knocked down a 3, finished with 5, and Owen Feldner tonight got a deuce as well for the Bobcats. So pretty balanced scoring for Cambridge as they moved to 5 and 8. 7 threes as a team, and I think I have them 10 of, 15 at the line? Is that what you got?
I had 10 of 13.
10 of 13. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I got 2 misses, 3 misses. You're right, 10 of 13. So that is the scoring and stats as I have it. And now over to you for the real stuff.
Yeah, here's the real stuff tonight. John Glenn, as we said, was just cold as ice tonight. 12 of 51 for 23.5%. 3-point percentage, they were just 3 of 24 for 13%. Cambridge not much better, but they were better shooting the ball. They were 17 of 47 for 36%, but they were 7 of 21 from behind the 3-point arc. Rebounds, big difference here. Cambridge had a 37-24 advantage on the board, so they out-rebounded John Glenn by 13. Cambridge had 8 offensive rebounds, and John Glenn had 5. As we said, Cork had 11 rebounds. Perkins had 8 rebounds, 4 to lead Cambridge. Turnovers, Cambridge had 15 turnovers. John Glenn had 10. And from the line, John Glenn was 3 of 7, and Cambridge was 10 of 13. And that's kind of, we talked about this earlier. Stat sheet did not lie tonight. A lot of times it does, but it did not tonight. And John Glenn's shooting woes continue, and that seems to be their biggest hitch right now.
The tail of the tape, as they say, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So barring any weather circumstances, I think the Cats back in action Tuesday. Of course, that's after we have received the 12 to 15 or 25,
wow, right.
30 inches of snow.
Yeah, that's round one. This is just round one.
Round one, but
yeah.
They played Dover on Tuesday night, and then senior night later in the week against Shadyside, and I think they have 3 games on the schedule for next week in at Marietta. So for the Cats, the Muskies pretty close to closing this out. Maybe a couple of league games is left as well for them. And we talked a little bit about the opportunity there, maybe to as you get to the postseason, to get in play a little bit. And is it an advantage? You're playing a team now, you played for the 3rd time, and the Muskies haven't played well the last couple of nights, but if they can get healthy, Tri-Valley looms there in the postseason, and when you play a team 3 times, what do they say?
Yeah, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. And like I said, just a week or 2 ago, they played on this floor. John Glenn controlled that game against Tri-Valley. That's a big rival for John Glenn, and you never know what can happen in a rivalry game. So, and I think John Glenn's going to play a makeup game with Riverview this Wednesday, barring the weather, and they're going to have one more game in there somewhere. I think they got to play Philo, another very winnable game for the Muskies. So those are the 2 remaining games for the Little Muskies.
Well, clearly the night tonight that belonged to the Bobcats, and building the momentum we've talked about heading to the postseason, get a couple of games under your belt. Still got a couple of tough wins left here, and Dover coming up, certainly Marietta. Shadyside's always tough. That'll be a home game for the Cats, though. And senior night, a lot of seniors here for the Bobcats who certainly stepped up tonight. Perkins and Cork and Valentine, all seniors for the Bobcats, all had pretty good games.
I thought they were solid, and I think they've been getting better all year. It's just a shame they couldn't have that continuity all year long. And this is Cambridge's only 13th game.
Yeah, I know. They haven't played a lot
tonight. So, I think it's clicking right now for them. As long as they can stay healthy, I look for possibly some big things happening at tournament time from this Cambridge team.
I want to thank Caitlin Summers, Adam Green on site here with our streaming video. Hundreds of people listening and watching tonight. Thank you for that if you were one of those people. And we'll continue with that as the season continues on. Jacob back at the station there, engineering all the action there, keeping us on the air as well. We appreciate his action. For Mike Snively, the Hall of Famer, I'm Bill Kafuri. Till next time, stay safe out there, and good night.
High school basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by West 40 Auto Sales, WB Green Insurance, Abel's Electric Heating and Cooling, Park National Bank, Edward Jones, Teresa Cowden, Southeastern Med, Doane Ford, Muskingum Valley Health Centers, Schaefer Insurance, Guernsey Muskingum Electric Cooperative, Papa John's Pizza of Cambridge, and Valentine Insurance. This has been a presentation of ABC Communications.